Maybe, maybe, maybe. Might be recording. I can't tell. Had the bad luck of a camera disappearing, so I've got a new camera, and we're having a time getting acquainted. I should have gotten the same camera again that I was familiar with. I may have to give up and go back to it even yet. This is the 26th of September, Friday evening. Maybe because I'm having trouble with the camera, maybe because one of the 5 periods I subbed in today was a pain. In other words, maybe I'm in a bad mood. But I'm telling you, I didn't see the beginning, I didn't stay to the end of the debate of the 2 presidential candidates. Nothing happened in the situation that changes my mind about who to vote for, but I was disgusted. I've seen 2 kids on the barnyard fence arguing over who's going to do the chores. That didn't seem much more contentious and stupid than those 2 men looked tonight as they kept picking at each other instead of just stating what I'm going to do. They can ignore the other guy if he wants to be naughty and nasty. Oh, I know the big wheels apparently tell me, no, you got to hit back. You got to show some fight. Well, they showed plenty of fight. It didn't leave me feeling too good about the outcome for our nation when one of them gets to be the President of the United States. But, oh well, I guess I do know how politics are. Sling the mud, raise hell, look like idiots, and then try to look very presidential, and usually manage to do, Mr. Bush didn't, but usually manage to do a credible job once the fight's over and one's declared the soon-to-be President of the United States. It was very evident to me that it's the same old story with McCain being a second Bush on that war. In fact, he's a lot better than Bush on the torture issue, and I appreciate that. Obama made clear that he appreciated it, and I think all of America appreciates that. But when it comes to waging war, McCain's going to be apparently just as contrary and blind to alternatives as George W.'s been. And I'm just, in my mind, I just don't have a good feeling at all about slogging it out in Iraq. Just don't believe that you can ever get those factions to make peace. And if we occupy it for 100 years trying to settle the quarrels between them, all we're going to do is lose more and more people and make more and more enemies. Enemies against us as a country and against us as a people. Not good, not good. It's a mess. The whole business of fighting Al-Qaeda, of fighting people that have grown to hate us, not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, and it's certainly not going to be clean, and it isn't going to make one whit of difference. Whether it's the McCain Republican war machine attitude, or if it's the more, to me, sensible attitude of Barack Obama, it's still going to be a mess. You know, there's an old saying in the country, you don't get in a pissing contest with a skunk because you're going to end up smelling bad. And we're involved with some skunks right now. Iraq's a skunk. Afghanistan's a skunk. Al-Qaeda's a slippery skunk, or skunks, around the world apparently. If you can stir up a little hate, a little hurt, you can come at us from corners of the earth that we wouldn't even know anything was broiling. It's not going to be easy. And that's just the war side of this thing. I have a feeling they started with the economy, and I didn't get in there early enough to hear that part. But I bet they quarreled about the same way on it. The best thing I can say, though, is it's going to be better than it's been as far as the leadership element. But, oh Lord, Bush inherited a country that was in good shape. Mr. McCain, Senator McCain, Mr. Obama, Senator Obama, whichever one wins the prize gets a very different United States and a very different world than George W. Bush inherited. Oh, yes. 8 years of degeneration. 8 years of stealing our children's future. 8 years of letting the economy go into the dump. 8 years of selling our children's and grandchildren's future by putting us deeper and deeper in debt. There was that old song, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Man, I mean, we really have had a demonstration of how deep you can get into debt. It may be that who wins is actually the loser. Others smarter than me have said it, but as I looked at it over and over tonight and over the last week and a half of this financial crunch, it scares me to death.